Hello and welcome to my humble abode. Darren Sharp for the Minnesota Vikings, bringing you NBC Sports to show you how I stay so young and preserve my sexy. Well, when I come home from work, the main thing I eat, desserts to go. Cinnabon. Actually, this is 7-Up cake. What am I saying? Cinnabon. 7-Up cake. No, I don't eat that. That's just my dessert for after the game. I come in the house, give me a bottle of water, and then I go to my hyperbaric chamber. And at first, the initial thing you have to do, because it is hooked up to things, you have to turn it on. So right here we have a compressor that pretty much pumps the air. It's a little bit of filtered air that it pumps inside of the chamber. And it also has a compressor to it, so it fills up the air with filtered air. Turn it on, it's like a pump motor type of thing, whatever. And then also you have the oxygen concentrate, which is an oxygen unit that pumps pure refined oxygen, or pure oxygen, I guess oxygen is pure, but pure oxygen into the chamber. So I climb up on here. It's on the bed so I can be more comfortable, as you know. You have to sleep in it, so you have to be comfortable. Screw it in. This is a little bit of the process. This is probably the toughest part of it. It's getting inside. If I don't have anyone here with me, which I usually don't because I'm a bachelor, I have to zip it up myself. And I go and get inside of it. Y'all have to throw me a towel. It takes about 4 minutes for it to inflate and become pressurized. Can't hear me okay? I usually will stay in it for about 2.5 hours. You have to gradually build yourself up the time that you can stay inside of the chamber. You start off around 30 minutes, then 45 minutes, and then next you go an hour, and then continue up. But I'll stay in approximately 2.5 hours a day. I have a slight bit of claustrophobia in me, but after the second time I got in it, I was cool. And I was straight. Now I'm pretty much used to it. I can stay in it overnight if I wanted to. Just kind of, when you get inside here, you just have to make yourself relax and just breathe, and you feel a whole lot better. He's in alright. You know, when I really decided to purchase one was last year when I first arrived in Minnesota, beginning of the season. I hurt my knee, and one of our trainers, Mark Ellis, told me about the hyperbaric chamber as far as it helps your recovery, it helps you heal a lot faster, any injuries that you might have, and that's all I need to hear. It's a compression of filtered air, and you're in a like I said, a chamber. You're constantly, the time that you're in there, you're breathing purified air that has a higher quality or quantity of oxygen in it. And while you're doing that, I believe it's your white blood cells that are more increased, and those are the blood cells that help with a lot more with healing and prevention of injuries. I'm 30 now, and I'm in the 10th year of my league, and I'm still playing, still playing well. It definitely was beneficial to me last year, because after I got hurt, I was able to bounce back and get back on the field a lot quicker, being 30, and had a pretty productive year. I went to the Pro Bowl, so you know, I definitely think it benefited me on the football field. What I usually do is after work, either I'll get in the chamber for about 2.5 hours. I have dinner, you know, watch a little TV, and take it to bed. But it's pretty much a daily ritual that every time I come home from work, I get in it for a couple of hours to kind of refresh myself before I eat and before I go to sleep at night. And then also on the weekends is when I stay in there a lot longer, like Friday, Saturday, the days leading up to the football game. I'll stay in there for maybe close to 3.5 hours. A couple of guys on the team have asked about coming and sleeping in it. Safety last year, who got hurt, also asked me about getting inside of it. A couple guys have asked if they just want to come by and see it. But a lot of guys have actually asked jokingly and also asked seriously about, you know, does it really help you? And I'm thinking about, you know, maybe getting one. So I've had some curious questions either way, on the joking side and also on the serious side. It rolls up pretty well. So just put on a cart, roll it on up, and take with you. It's not that heavy, so I can pretty much take with me, but it was a lot to carry to training camp, but I knew during training camp I was gonna definitely need it. You do have to have a little bit of money to make purchases like this. So a rich person sleeping bag, you can kind of call it that, AKA Hyperbaric chamber. It costs $15,000. Definitely credit the Hyperbaric chamber for helping out my career. You know when you wake up and sometimes you feel a little sluggish? Well, I wake up with a pep in my step. All right, thank you for coming to my house, checking out my Hyperbaric chamber. That's all you got. See you later.